Hey everyone, my name is Ishan. Today we have Dr. Vijender Chauhan with us, a personality who needs no introduction. Let's dive right into the conversation.
एंट्री तो अच्छी है लेकिन पीटीसी करने का तरीका बहुत कैजुअल है.
Welcome to our platform, sir. So I'll just get right into the questions. What inspired you to start teaching students how to, crack the interviews? What was the major driving force behind that instance?
Well, thank you, Ishan. Thank you for the opportunity. And as far as this teaching students about interviews is, it actually happened casually, to be honest, because that was never the plan. I wanted to be a teacher. I was in the teacher education institution, CIE as we call it, but that was for the mainstream teaching thing. And
Yeah.
I still believe that I am a teacher, teacher in the university, and that's the hat I love most. But this part came as flow, in a sense that when Dr. Vikas Devikirti started this mock interview program, and the Drishti, his organization was still in the nascent stage, so he was looking for friends who can kind of pitch in. And since we were debating partners in college, we are good friends. So this offer was extended to me, and playfully I accepted it. And so far I'm enjoying it.
So, what was the actual plan? Like, before you started off with this, what, as a kid, what was it like that, हर एक का एक dream होता that, I'll become this, I'll become that. What was that one dream for you?
Actually, this idea कि हर एक का एक ड्रीम होता है is oft said but very little tested.
Yeah.
हर एक के बहुत सारे ड्रीम होते हैं. Definitely. So was with me. Initially, बहुत अलग अलग सपनों के हिसाब से I started.
Yeah.
But the fact is that in course of time, I realized that I like public speaking. I like making people understand. And right after 10th class, I was teaching tuition to fellow students. So teaching was my calling, and I believe I'm sticking to that, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay. Would you call yourself an influencer?
At the SRCC talk, I actually mentioned it that there are two hats which are very often placed on my head.
Yeah.
One is that I'm a motivational speaker, and other is I'm an influencer. See, I don't have liberty to deny that. That whether I like it or not is a different question. But yes, the agency that look after my social media say they actually sent me a congratulation message that I've become a mega influencer. Yeah. So I cannot deny that obviously there must be some influence on people. So that way, maybe I am influencer. About motivational speaker, I'm still resisting.
Okay. So, who has been your role model so far?
A difficult question. In the different domains, I have different role models.
Right.
If I talk about life in general, I'll say there are at least two teachers which I consider as my role models. In terms of communication, I talk Professor Krishna Kumar as my role model. In terms of overall history and all, I believe Savitribai Phule is something I look after. I don't have role models honestly in popular culture thing, neither in Bollywood nor in cricket. I'm sorry for disappointing your viewers on that.
Yeah. So, what are your views on the idea of people who idealize these people as their role models?
These people as in?
These people as in the celebrities. Let's say a fashion icon, or maybe
I understand.
some
I mean, we don't want to
Bollywood
take names,
actor.
but yes, there are these. I've been speaking on this matter to all campuses. Yeah. And there are two aspects. Since you are from the tech, you can understand. One is that saying that people idolize person A, person B, the big influencers, the celebrities. Yes, there are social aspects which appears that it is that way. But since you're a tech person, you understand that mostly it is not their free choice. it is the AI that's been pushing these faces so frequently on their screens.
The algorithms.
The algorithms, the eyeball tracking, the other aspects.
Yes.
That make one realize that as if it is free choice of them that they like Vijender Chauhan. That's not true.
Yeah.
It's the AI and algorithm that's pushing it in their deep in their mind.
Yes. That's true. How do you react to the newly found social media era?
See, thankfully, it's not that new for me. I don't know whether you realize or not, but it was in 2003-4, which is 2 decades ago, when the social media arrived in form of blogging in Hindi sphere.
Yeah.
Me, Ravish, Avinash, there are other people. We started Hindi blogging in that period. And so social media is not new to us. I've been in this field for quite some time. We have been insisting that this era is about to come, and then it came.
Yes.
So that way, we were personally, I was ready for it, not necessarily for the AI thing, to be honest, because that was beyond our imagination at that time. The way it's unfolding right now, but I'm kind of welcoming to this whole phenomenon.
Okay, but do you think social media was used initially when it was just introduced? It was being used for good purposes, good means, and right now, when we look at it, people are doing all sorts of things which might demean others, which might not be ethical. And this was something which was not happening during the initial stages.
I don't know whether it was happening to this extent or not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. And but then these ethical aspects are necessary in any domain.
Yeah.
Any domain. More so in social media, because in social media initially you're not accountable to begin with, and nobody asks you. There's no censorship. So you end up becoming a broadcaster within minutes.
Yes.
Without realizing that it can actually lead to some serious consequences for somebody's life. That it happens quite a lot. So I'm not really happy the way it's unfolding right now. But then we need to understand that there are certain emotions.
Yes.
These emotions always have more calling than others. Interestingly, most of these emotions are negative.
Right.
For example, the disgust, the hatred, the emotion of insult. If you look at the comedies and all, you'll realize that the comedy that becoming most popular is the insult or roast comedy, as we call it, which is basically has underlying one hatred.
Yes.
And second, it also has that sadistic pleasure
Yes.
element for the viewers,
Yeah.
which obviously cannot be condoned.
What are your thoughts on memes? Do you find them hilarious or does it bother you sometimes?
See, about memes, I've analyzed it. I've taken classes on the impact of it. And on the basis of that, I can tell you that it's a phenomena that we need to analyze far more closely than we are doing so. One aspect, as I just mentioned, that emotions related to insult, hatred, and other negative emotions are being hyped in this.
Yes.
But yes, part of it is hilarious as well. So we may like it, we may dislike it, but we cannot actually wish it away. It's going to stay for some time.
True. Okay. So are you still the same Dr. Vijender Chauhan to your students as you were before, social media? Right now, you are right now a phenomena. Like people are actually,
About it.
I'll tell you all about it. So right now, it's like if anybody is looking at a video that has you in it on Instagram, one of those Drishti IAS videos, they are definitely clicking on it. So right now, what is your take on this? Like when your old students or, when you go to your classes, has it impacted in any manner?
See, Ishan, you need to fit in the shoes of a teacher to realize what being teacher is.
Yes.
When you're a teacher and you have students in front of you, that's a different chemistry altogether.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand that I've seen eyes changed a bit.
Yeah.
Right. I understand now I I have earned more authority in the classroom than I used to have earlier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the basic fundamental of teacher-student relationship, thankfully, it's still intact. If there is a student in front of me, I have ensured that my student, when I'm saying my student, unfortunately, I only mean the student I'm directly teaching, right? Uh, I have ensured that they will never hesitate in approaching me, even for a silly question.
Yeah.
That's what I've ensured, which is not true for other,
Yes.
students who are not my student or otherwise. So I have ensured, or I've said, I have put an effort to ensure that as far as possible, I would like to be available to my students. And this, as I said, I learned from Professor Krishna Kumar. He was a wonderful scholar always. He is Padam Shri, was director NCRT, but he was always approachable to us. And that's what I have passed on to my students. But you are right. This phenomena part you said has resulted in many other people who should have been close to me. I should have been approachable to them. It has affected that part definitely.
Yeah.
Have I changed? For that, my general understanding is that सिर्फ पत्थर नहीं बदलते.
Exactly.
ठीक है ना, जो सिर्फ डेड शव हैं कि वो नहीं बदलेंगे. But if you are a human being, you'll change every moment. I'm not the same person as I was when this interview started.
Exactly. Every moment changes you to a different person. Better or worse is something that time decides.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes. One piece of advice that you would give to aspiring influencers or creators.
See, my first request will be, please be original.
Yeah.
And second, which is far more important, please don't be in hurry. This idea that you become popular rato raat is misplaced. It is absolutely right that there'll be one click, there'll be one particular reel, one particular video that will go viral, and that will change a lot for you. But it will not come by your wishes on a particular day.
Exactly.
Right? You have to have patience, you have to have consistency, and at the same time, you should be enjoying the entire process,
Yes.
not just the popularity part of it. In the entire influencer aspect, there are many aspects which are very boring, very boring. And you need to enjoy even that, not just that your moment of fame.
Very true. Because there are times when you think that, now you've reached to the top, and that is when you have to work a lot.
Lot harder than you were working earlier.
Exactly. Like, because that is when you have to maintain a reputation. That is when you have to be more consistent to the people who got you there. In
And
the
also
first
you
place.
have something that you can lose. Earlier you didn't have something to lose.
Exactly. Have you seen the aspirants?
That's a tricky question. I did a promo for that. If I say no, there it will be bad for them. If I say yes, it will be problematic. But in parts, I have seen season 1.
Yeah.
And season 2 also I've seen
In parts. Okay.
I'm not really a OTT person, honestly.
Okay. So what do you prefer watching more? Going to cinemas?
Sometime, if I have a good company, I won't mind going to cinemas. But mostly I look for say the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
The videos of important people, and also since I'm in some kind of activism as well.
Yeah.
So that aspect, the political activism aspect, is also something that is close to my heart. So I do watch wherever possible.
So we have this rapid fire in which you will have to answer in maybe a word, or maximum that you can do is 2 words.
Okay.
So I'll just get right into the questions. What smartphone are you using right now?
iPhone
Which iPhone?
13, I guess.
13.
It was gifted.
Okay. How often do you upgrade your smartphone?
It's the smartphone that actually relegate me. It dumps me. I never dump my smartphone.
So for a couple of years.
At least.
Okay. And what is your take when you hear that somebody is upgrading their smartphone every year?
Must be a rich person.
Okay. What are your most used mobile applications?
Well, it has to do with currently it has become Instagram.
Yeah.